What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, recap of the news, and before I get into things, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the red button below. Now, this whole week, I'm going to be leaking exclusive info, and first up is Drake is collaborating with Nike to release an OVO Nike Air Force 1. Now, that's later on in the video. And from Jordan Brand, we have new photos of the Air Jordan 1 High OG Biohack and the Air Jordan 14 Gym Red. There's also details on an upcoming Air Jordan 6 and much more. Also included in this video is a full lineup from Nike, a few things from Adidas and Reebok. And now, without wasting too much more of your time, let's jump into the news. Originally expected to release on June 12th, the Nice Kicks Reebok Question Bubba Chuck's Fishing has been postponed. Now, according to Frank Cooker on Instagram, who was behind the design, he was also the first one to showcase the shoe. He wrote, "Bubba Chuck's Fishing release will be postponed until further notice. This is a time to listen and let the people's voice be heard. Once a new release date is available, I'll make sure to put that into the following news video." In a previous video, I went over two Reebok Question Low releases. One featured fluid blue, while the other used vivid orange. Now, at that time, they were rumored to release on June 1st, but that didn't happen, and they're actually going to release on June 18th. The two form what's being called the Summer Pack. Both use pretty much the same theme, utilizing leather as well as patent leather, and an icy blue translucent outsole. Now, obviously, the only difference is either blue or orange detailing, and when they do release, retail price will be $120. For Adidas, two releases have been pushed back. First up is the Yeezy Boost 380 Blue Oat. Originally scheduled to release on June 20th, the release has been postponed out of respect to communities, supporters, and partners, and will now release in July. So there isn't a specific date for this pair, but I'm sure we'll hear something within the next several weeks, and the retail price will be $230. The second release that has been pushed back is the Yeezy Boost 350 V2 Zyon. This pair was scheduled to release on June 13th, and the release has been pushed back just like the Blue Oat out of respect to communities, supporters, and partners, and they will now release sometime in July. When they do release, they'll be available in full family sizing, and the retail price will be $220. On to Nike, and to start things off, we have some early release info on an upcoming Air Foamposite 1, which is being called Barely Green. Now, the image shown is a Photoshop, and we actually don't know how it's going to look, but they'll come dressed in a black and barely green colorway. Now, although a Photoshop, this color description seems like more than likely it'll look something similar to what we see here. And there's also another rumor going around that they possibly could glow in the dark. Now, as for the release date, they're going to release sometime during February 2021. Also, another rumor is that this pair could possibly be part of Nike's 2021 AllStar Weekend lineup. More info on this pair coming soon, and the retail price will be $230. We have a bit of mixed news here, and it includes Nike and Jordan Brand. Now, we have additional information on some models that will be part of Nike and Jordan Brand's 2021 NBA All-Star lineup. Each pair is a Photoshop, so it's possible that the actual release could look different. The first pair will be the Nike Dunk High, and it'll come dressed in barely gray and black. As well, you'll notice that there's a unique NBA logo by the heel. I can't quite make it out. I believe it says All-Star, but you could definitely see that it features the NBA logo and a swoosh, which again is somewhat specific. So there's a possibility that this Photoshop is based off of what's actually releasing. Somebody was able to see it early, which is PY Rates or Pirates. Next up is the Air Jordan 1 Mid. This pair will come dressed in black and white. And again, another specific Photoshop, so maybe we're going to get something similar to this. And last up is the Air Jordan 1 Low. This pair comes dressed in black and white, and it mainly features black. As well, it uses some of the same materials as the Air Jordan 1 Mid. Now, we don't have a set release date for the three, but they are expected to release February, specifically during All-Star Weekend, and the retail price for the Dunk High will be $110. The Air Jordan 1 Mid will cost $130, and the Air Jordan 1 Low will retail at $90. New images of the Instant Skateboards Nike SB Dunk Low collaboration has arrived, and this shows how they look on feet. Now, what I feel is more important than that is it shows that they'll feature 3M reflective across the toe. I definitely think it's a unique look. Also, they feature a dog with crossbones that lands by the heel. Blue on the panels, gray wraps the toe, as well as black detailing throughout. We also have a bit of yellow. And honestly, there's not much more to report on. This pair is rumored to release this summer, and currently we don't have a retail price. In 2021, we're going to see more than usual Air Force One releases, and I have a feeling that the same hype that gravitated toward the Nike SB Dunk Low will also attach itself to the Air Force One. Now, one of the upcoming releases will be the Nike Air Force One Raygun. Shown is a Photoshop, and it's very possible it could look different, but they are rumored to look somewhat like the Nike SB Dunk Low, which originally released back in 2005. And that pair represented the Roswell Reagans, an ABA basketball team that was made up by Nike Basketball for an ad campaign during the early 2000s. Now, I've always liked the Reagan Nike SB Dunk Low. As most of you know, there's a home and away version. So I wonder if they're going to do the same on the Air Force One, but we'll have to wait and see. No set release date for this pair, but they are expected to release sometime during 2021. Returning this year is the Nike Dunk High in black and Varsity Maize. Launched back in 2012, the 2020 retro is expected to resemble the original release, which is shown. So with that being said, they'll feature black leather across the base, and then we'll have yellow tumble leather on the overlays. Yellow will also land on the liner, tongue label, and rubber outsole. Definitely a clean look. It has a Wu-Tang-like vibe to them. I'm sure this pair, when released, will sell out very fast. And as for a release date, we don't have a specific date, but they are expected to release during holiday 2020, and the retail price will be $110. Here's some exclusive news for you guys. I've actually been sitting on this for a little bit now. I hinted last week that I was going to leak a lot of information, and first up, Drake will be collaborating with Nike to release an Air Force One. So we're going to have an OVO Nike Air Force One releasing, and like I said earlier, you can expect the hype for the Air Force One to be strong in 2021. Now, to go over a few things. First up, this is a Photoshop shown, and big thanks to Z Sneakerhead Z for putting it together. And I don't know exactly how it's going to look, but from my sources, what I can tell you is that it's going to be an Air Force One Low, and it's going to feature mainly white. More than likely, they're also going to feature the OVO OWL and other branding throughout. Unfortunately, at the time of shooting, I don't have a specific release date, but they are expected to release early 2021. It possibly could be an AllStar weekend release, and unfortunately, I don't have a retail price as of yet. But like always, more information coming soon. But let me know your thoughts on Drake collaborating with Nike on the Air Force One. Jayson Tatum has another Air Jordan 34 PE, and this pair is known as Welcome to the Zoo. For this release, it features an exotic theme, and to me, it's somewhat similar to the Air Jordan 3 Animal Instinct, the first one, but instead we also have a white base. But they feature animal prints throughout. It also has his son's name, Deuce, on the inside of the tongue, while Tatum's JT logo lands on the left tongue. On the heel, we have embroidered Welcome to the Zoo, while on the bottom of the tongue is teeth. Finishing the look is a gum rubber outsole. Now, this pair is rumored to release later this year. It's not confirmed, but what's interesting is there's official images there on Nike's server, so more than likely we'll see a release take place later this year. Also releasing an Air Jordan 34 PE is Washington Wizards rookie Rui Hachimura. Now, this pair pays tribute to Hachimura's Japanese background while utilizing graphics on the heel, eye stay, and across the tongue. On the left shoe, we have a towel-like pattern using multicolor, while on the right shoe, it features floral as a tribute to the cherry blossom. We also have samurai swords, which forms H for his logo. Now, this pair is releasing. However, the release date is June 11th, and they're going to release on that day exclusively at Atmos Tokyo. A retail price is unknown, and it's also unknown if there's going to be a wider release on the same day or later on. New images of the Air Jordan 5 Oregon Ducks has landed, and this might be the last time I speak on the shoe for some time, unless new information comes out or there's a better look than this. Now, as far as the color placement and all that, I'm not going to go over that, and it's still unknown if the tongue will feature 3M. Like I mentioned in the previous video, it somewhat looks like they will, but I can't confirm that. Also, some of the other details includes a Team Jordan logo on the heel, which resembles that of college jerseys from the 90s. Also, on the inside of the tongue, we have Elevate and a translucent outsole. At the time of shooting this video, the release date is scheduled for September 12th. Like always, it's possible that the release could be pushed forward or back, and the retail price is set at $225. New images of the Air Jordan 3 Laser Orange has landed, and prior to this, we had a Photoshop image as well as a very bad first look. Obviously, that first look let us know what to expect, but here we have a much better look. Using white tumbled leather throughout the upper, elephant print wraps the toe and heel. We then have laser orange detailing, which lands on part of the midsole, inside of the tongue, bottom eyelets, and the Jumpman on the tongue. Completing the look is black accents as well as a gray outsole. No set release date for this pair, but they are expected to release in July, and the retail price will be $190. Also, this is a women's release. Currently, I'm unsure if this pair will be available in women's extended sizing. I feel that this pair should have been released for both men and women. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Later this year, we have a new Air Jordan 6 set to release. This pair is known as the Air Jordan 6 SD. Now, at the time of shooting this video, I have no idea what SD stands for. As well, this will be a women's release. Now, one of the colorways that will release comes in a triple black theme. And here is just a Photoshop. We don't actually know how this pair is going to look. However, they are rumored to feature premium materials throughout while dressed in all black. This pair somewhat reminds me of the Air Jordan 6 Batman and was worn by Michael Keaton in Batman Returns. If you don't know what it is, I'm going to try to remember and throw an image up now. And for this pair, they're expected to release this holiday season, and the retail price is set at $210. Our best look yet at the Air Jordan 14 Gym Red, aka Toro, has arrived. And you guys already know I'm really excited for this shoe, and unfortunately, it appears that there's a ton of hype for them. Now, although I'm not 100% positive on this, I do believe that this will be a GR, and more than likely, if you miss out when they first release, there's going to be a handful of restocks. Also, I did mention this in a prior video, but when information leaked on the shoe, Jordan Brand was calling them Toro. That nickname in itself might just help sell this shoe, although to me, I feel that this is one of the best releases this year. Now, I know a lot of you guys will call me crazy, totally understand that, but I'm a huge Air Jordan 14 fan, so let's just hope that this pair turns out to be a GR. And they're going to come with a special box. It'll look like the OG Air Jordan 14 box, which is also used on the Air Jordan 13, but it's going to be in all red. Currently, this pair is scheduled to release on June 27th. However, it's possible they get pushed back, and retail price will be $190. Also, this pair is releasing in full family sizing. Like I mentioned, men's sizing will be $190, grade school will cost $140, preschool will retail at $80, and toddler sizing will cost you $60. We now have a better look at the upcoming Air Jordan 1 High OG Biohack. Now, it seems like there's a misunderstanding on the shoe. As most of you know, the color theme is somewhat inspired by the undefeated Nike Dunk. However, some people have ran with it and said that the Air Jordan 1 High OG Biohack is a collaboration with Undefeated, and that's not true. Just like the Air Jordan 1 High Zoom Rage Green, that pair being inspired by the Brute Nike SB Dunk High, this Air Jordan 1 just borrows similar colors and mixes it up a bit. Now, with these new photos, there are a few interesting things that we didn't see in the prior video. One of those is that it actually comes with an exposed tongue. They also have cross stitching on the Nike label on the tongue. Other than that, everything else looks just like your standard Air Jordan 1. We also have vibrant shades used throughout, and then we have metallic silver on the swoosh. Currently, this pair is scheduled to release on September 5th, and the retail price will be $170. Let me know your thoughts on this pair in the comment section below. I know a lot of people are liking the shoe, at least it seems like that with these new images. The images before these didn't really show off much. And that recaps the news. Like always, we post it first on SneakerFiles.com, and then we take it to YouTube. Like always, I appreciate you guys for watching. Also, this entire week, you can expect exclusive info to leak. Some of the next news I plan on leaking will be from Jordan Brand, but I definitely felt that I waited on the OVO Air Force One info for too long, so I wanted to get that out to you guys first. With that being said, let me know in the comment section below which pair you liked or disliked from the video. As well, if you got a second and haven't done so already, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting the red button below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com, and if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.